50 show limit, I think, has probably had an enormous impact. So talk about that. Also, the whole idea that, you know, you guys don't live in the same zip code anymore. So I see you all coming in after 2 months off into the building, and it's kind of like, oh, good. You know, we get to be kids again. Are those two feelings relatable? And talk about how the 50 show limit is actually, well, tell people what it is for you. Helpful, I mean, just explain the premise behind it.
Well, to me, it's an investment in our sanity, our physical health, and to me, it's the biggest investment in continuity and just being able to do it. I occasionally, you know, read, you know, some other bands like out doing, you know, 72 shows in a row, where it's like you just sit there and like, what the fuck? How do they? It's like I can't even fathom it. It's just I can't. Like, and we do what works for us, and we finally, in the last few years, I think, found a place where it's respected by the people around us. People actually find it's not a battle anymore. Do you know what I mean? In the beginning, it was a battle, and we had to sort of like put our, you know, lines in the sand. And now people understand that it's what's keeping us sane, healthy, and I think it threads together to everything you've talked about in terms of the success and the vitality of it. Because we know, you know, it's like, you know, 2 days ago you leave, but you can see the last day when you leave. So there's a safety in that. You know what I mean? It's not like you're staring into this black abyss and it's like, will I make it home? Will I not make it home? I'm going off to war. You know, it's like, I'm going away for 2 weeks. I can see the last day. I know I'm going to be okay. And it's like, I think that's a really big thing for us that keeps it going. And I sit and like, you know, you run into the guy from this band, and like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, and then, you know, the conversation ends up, and you can kind of see, I can always see it in their faces. They're sort of like, huh, what? And it's like, this is what works for us, and this is our thing. And I sometimes wonder why other people don't invest more in their own health, but we're fortunate in that the success affords us the resources to make it happen.
Yeah, but you work for it.
Well, I mean, and in some way the two are tethered together, because the success is part of the fact that we've drawn the lines in the sand, so we are healthy. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So it all kind of, it's connected somehow, which is cool. But you know, it's just, this is what works for us, and
it is true. It works for us. It doesn't have to work for everybody else. Them doing 72 shows in a row and then going home, that might work for them. For us, excuse me, the endurance part is we want to be doing this into our 70s. We want to be doing this for life. That's the endurance we're going for. It's not this tour. How long can we survive on this tour? How many shows in a row can we do? And we've done that. We've done that. So I think for us, health, and you know, we're realists around it. You know, and when, you know, I sit at a table and say I'm only willing to do 50 shows a year, it's a scary moment to throw that out there, because it kind of, you know, it's showing I'm limited. I'm human here. Here's what I can do, and I hope these guys are okay with it, you know, because it is 4 guys out doing stuff together. But what we have to realize is each one of us, we have our challenges, and some of them get tended to and some don't, and the ones that don't need to be talked about, you know. Whether you're hurting, you got a neck issue, you got a shoulder thing, you got a something, that's not his problem, that's our problem. And we need to address it, because without that shoulder, we're not doing this. So why would we not help? Why would we not join together and figure it out?
No, I guess it plays into also when I'll ask you, if you did 75 shows, instead of 50 in a year, is it fair to say that maybe the 20 of those would not really be up to it and it would dilute everything? I mean,
you never
because
know.
You've got it tight.
To me, it's a safety net. It's like you put a safety buffer in before something happens.
Right.
I mean, it's that simple.
It's a performance thing too. It's like someone running. If you know you're running a marathon, it's like, holy shit, I got 26 miles. I'm gonna. I don't know if it's 26 miles, but
it's pretty close to 26.
I have. You can't really see the end of it, but you can. For us, we're sprinting now, which is cool. We got 2 weeks out here. We can fucking go full throttle every show and feel good. And like Lars says, I know this leg is ending in Mannheim and we get to go home and recharge. So I can pace myself and I know where I am physically, mentally, spiritually, and give everything every night.
For me, it's kind of like preventative medicine, the schedule, because my brain wants to do more shows, but my body tells my brain something completely different. And so, I just find that when I play a show, at this point in time, if it's not my back, it's my knees. If it's not my knees, fucking neck. And I'm kind of like put in this position where I need to listen to the physical aspects of my body, because I went for a long time just ignoring all that stuff, brain driving the fucking vehicle the whole time and just like running my body into the ground. But that's all changed now for me, and so I've discovered that I need time to recuperate from the physicality of being on stage.
What's really cool? I'm realizing that we get to care for each other later on in life. It's like, people who have gone through different relationships, being married for a long time. There's a difficulty in it, a very difficult part. There's a boredom factor. There's a lot of different factors. But we get to be with each other in the end. We get to see each other get old. We get to recognize, I feel that too, but we have such a history with each other that we can pretty much get through anything now. We've gone past that point where egos, certain bands break up because of ego. They really do. You can't get along. You think you're better without that person. You're not being heard. You're not all this stuff. There's paranoia. There's this. There's all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if we all just look each other in the eye and say, wow, look what we're doing still. How awesome is this? And I'm not doing anything to fuck with you. I'm only doing stuff to better us. And so the experience of a relationship plays a lot into it as well. We're able to accept each other as we are, and we know each other's shit. And it's good to be able to help one another, because there's a huge power in that, in the compassion of another fellow struggling musician at 50 something. Here's what I go through, here's what you go through. I get it.